morning everyone, and welcome to another vlog. I went on a long walk in Central Park this morning, so I thought I would start off the vlog with this. I hope you enjoyed that little stroll around the neighborhood and in the park. It's just like, it's very cloudy today, but it feels so good and not as hot as a few weeks ago, so we can actually enjoy being outside again. So yeah, I thought I would start up this vlog with a little overdue Q&A. I know a lot of people, new people are here and even on Instagram, so I just wanted to do a little Q&A, answer some of your questions that I got on my little question box on Instagram, and just reintroduce myself a little bit. If you already know like who I am, basically, you can absolutely skip that part and you can start the actual like more action vlog. It's in the description box. I included like the different times when I'm gonna be talking about the different things. But in the meantime, I thought I would answer a few questions. I got some very interesting questions that I don't think I have answered before, or not really. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I just wanted to reintroduce myself first a little bit, because for anyone who's new here, so my name is Léana. I live in New York. I've been living here for 2.5 years now. I moved from France back in at the beginning of 2022 for work, and I'm an editor here in New York, and I live in the Upper East Side with my roommate and friend Mary. So we've been living together for almost a year now, and we just, yeah, we love our apartment so much, we love the neighborhood, so I feel like we're in a really good place at the moment. And yeah, I just love to share everything. You know, it's nothing groundbreaking that I do here, but I just love to share it so much, because I always say that because when I was growing up in France, I was looking at a lot of American like bloggers at the time, or influencers later on, and it just showed me what was possible out there for me. So it's always my kind of incentive and motivation is just to share everything I do and that I have accomplished so far online, so that, you know, it might inspire 1-2 people. It's okay. But just being able to maybe give you a little bubble of New York for everyone who's not necessarily here, or even people who are here. Yeah, that's always my main motivation, to just being able to show everyone what is possible, how things are done here. I've always been very curious about the US growing up and loved it so much. So yeah, I feel like my goal is kind of to give back, like in the same way that I was inspired a few years ago. So yeah, I moved to New York for work because I got a job here. I was working before in London at Net-a-Porter and did my MA at St. Martin's, and before that I was in Paris at ESMOD for 3 years, and I had interned in New York back in 2019 and loved it so much, so I definitely wanted to come back at some point, which I did. So yeah, it's actually very funny because I got a comment one day, someone saying like, oh, interesting, you don't sound French. Like it was very much implied that I wasn't French. So oui, je suis française, j'ai grandi en France. Oui, je suis bien française, je confirme. Yeah, because some people apparently don't believe it, but I will take that as the biggest compliment ever, because I'm still struggling sometimes with the way I speak English, with some words, with some like pronunciation, accent, like word accentuations and things like that. So bear with me if I make some mistakes. But yeah, so that's about it. I think I'll just dig into the questions. So first I got some like more fashion questions, and one of my favorites was actually what's one of your favorite recent outfits, because I do share quite a lot of outfits, but it's just so hard to pick one. I'll pop it up on the screen, but I think it was the one from last weekend, because it was very simple, and I actually posted that on Instagram this morning. Just like regular like black slacks and kind of tailored pants with a linen shirt and my Loro Piana summer walks, and oh my god, I think it's one of my favorite outfits recently. I even re-wore it this week like at work, and it's just so simple, effortless, and still elegant. So yeah, I think that's my favorite recent outfit, but it's just so hard to choose, honestly, and I do re-wear all my pieces, all my outfits so much, whether it is throughout the week. I try to show different things online and to always be quite innovative in terms of what I share, how you can pair things, or you know, different and new ways to share things. But when it comes to like going to work, I do rewear the same things over and over again. So I don't buy like just to buy. So yeah, it's mostly rewearing the same pieces over and over again. Also, I am reading those questions on my laptop because I'm still filming on my phone. I think my new camera is now supposed to come in October, so bear with me if the quality is not as good as it should be. But anyway, second question was what are some of the pieces you want to buy for the fall winter season this year? And I actually shared, I think it was a couple vlogs ago, just like a spreadsheet of the different pieces that I want to either invest in or just buy over the fall season. I actually got one of them, two of them out of my list already, and decided to buy these at the beginning of the season because I knew I would get so much wear out of them. So I'll walk you through it probably in another vlog, but because otherwise this one is going to be way too long. Some of the pieces that I do want to invest in are, I actually want to buy a pair of Uggs because it just gets so cold in New York, and when we are in the deep of winter, I do wear my small moon boots, but it's just not practical to walk with that. So I would like a pair of Ugg to have the same kind of cozy feeling, but without the bulkiness of the moon boot. So I want to get that in like a chestnut color, I think, that I can also wear throughout the fall, and even probably at home, like if I'm cold, as a kind of a better version of a slipper. I do want to buy a bunch of new sweaters because that's what I wear, obviously, like almost 6 months per year here. I just got one off my list, which is if you follow me on Instagram, you must have seen it already, but it's a Polo Ralph Lauren cable knit sweater, and it's 80% wool, 20% cashmere. So that was one of the investments I wanted to make for this season because I know I'm gonna get so much wear out of this, and it's such a beautiful like tan color. That's one of the pieces that I got. And I also want to buy at some point, which I might do when I go to Paris in the fall, I want to get like a very small 13mm Hermes belt with a super small H that you don't see a lot of, because I don't really want anything branded, but I still really like the colors that they're using. I would like to get the one that is reversible with the Focus H. It's called the Focus H. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get that at some point, and in black and tan, because these are the two colors I wear the most when it comes to belts. So these would be the investments I make this season. Other than that, I need a couple coats, a gray coat and a tan coat for sure. I already have a black coat, and I actually just received the coat. I will show it to you either tomorrow or later in the video, but I received my Banana Republic coat that I ordered a couple weeks ago, and it was the very last one in extra small petite, and I thought it would be too small because usually, even if I'm 5'2", 3 on good days, I never take petite because it's always too small. But this one is absolutely perfect. The sizing is, apparently their sizing is quite big. So yeah, I got it and it's perfect. So I added this, and it's kind of a plaid dark brown kind of coat. Yeah, I just need to add a couple more, I think. Obviously it's always on the pricier end, and I think that's about it, honestly. I don't think I'm probably gonna buy some more things maybe that I think of throughout the season, but these are really the investment pieces I want. Another question was, what are some of your favorite brands? And this is just so hard because honestly, I feel like especially in 2024, we're not just like buying from one brand, you know, so it's always a bit tricky to answer this. But I always say that if I had to choose just one brand, and if I had to wear one brand like until the end, it would always be Ralph Lauren, because there are so many styles available in the same brand. You have literally everything you can think of at all price points, and the quality is amazing. The narrative and the storytelling behind the brand is incredible, and I just love it so much. So that's the one I would choose. I love Hermes, but it's not really my style when it comes to like ready to wear or, you know, other. I like very specific pieces there. I wouldn't buy an entire wardrobe there. But when it comes to what I buy on a daily basis, because obviously I don't buy at Ralph Lauren every day, this was actually my very first sweater from them. I do have like a polo shirt, and then that's pretty much it. I think I have like also a couple shirts. Actually, a navy shirt from Ralph Lauren is one of the things I want to buy this fall. That's another of my investment pieces that I want to buy. But in terms of more like high street brands, which is, I almost exclusively buy from high street brands basically in terms of clothing, I always lean towards Mango, H&M. I don't really buy at Zara, to be honest, but Abercrombie. Absolutely love what they do. Their whole rebrand a few years ago was so good, and I think that the pieces they're selling now are so timeless. Everything I love, honestly. So yeah, Abercrombie, 10 out of 10 always. And actually you can check out my previous video in which I unboxed some of the pieces that I got for the new season. And then how, that question was kind of funny because I did explain that in a few videos, but I think not everyone is aware. But how do you manage to afford so many luxury purchases? And the thing is, well, first, it's a lot for some people. It's not, it's absolutely nothing to some others. So it's always, you know, you always need to know what you compare it with, obviously. But yeah, I do buy a lot of luxury pieces because that is what I'm absolutely passionate about. I always invest in accessories, not in clothing at this point, because it's not sustainable in my situation at the moment. But yeah, I do try to invest in all my accessories because over the past few years, I've really realized that it makes such a difference. It's not the clothes, it's really the accessories. So I do buy luxury shoes almost exclusively. I also invest in bags and all those kinds of other accessories like jewelry, the belt that I want to buy, for example, because it makes such a difference. And the way I buy this is with my full-time job, I could not afford all this. I do work freelance on the side. So basically what I do is that my income from my full-time job is for everything daily life, for rent, for going out, for restaurants, all these things. And then everything I earn freelance, because I'm a freelance copy editor for Odd Living and I do some other projects from time to time also on the side. Everything that is from my freelance work goes towards guilt-free spending. I don't invest or I don't save the money that comes freelance. That's the way I decided to do things, because that's what I do with my salary actually. And I invest and I save everything from my full-time job, and then with my freelance work, that's where I spend guilt-free, and that's what I buy luxury purchases with. And then for some questions on social media, so what do you take your photos and videos with? I do everything with my iPhone 15 Pro Max, the one I'm currently recording on, but I also bought the Canon G7X, which is supposed to come in the fall because it's in back order at the moment. So I will switch the vlogs to the camera, but I do everything else with my phone, whether it's stories, reels, photos, everything is done with my phone. And another question which was very interesting because I haven't really thought about this, to be honest, but have you ever experienced backlash and haters online? And no, I haven't. So it might come as a surprise, but it's also true that, for example, on Instagram, I don't share a lot of personal things, a few things here and there on stories, but I have stopped, for example, sharing about my work on Instagram. I really wanted to separate the two. And no, except I think when I got my Birkin, I got like one kind of nasty comment, but that was it. Honestly, I don't even remember what it was, and it always comes with those kinds of purchases, obviously. I think just a few on YouTube perhaps, because when I started posting on YouTube, I was actually very surprised because I feel like here everyone is so much more like saying what they think, and I'm like, okay, I wasn't expecting that, but okay. But one thing that I always do is that I always answer. I mean, if at some point I can't keep up, maybe that'll be something else, but I always answer and thank everyone for watching, even if they have like negative things to say. And I just feel like there is no need in denying or anything, or deleting a comment, or getting angry, because I mean, I honestly don't care if someone is not happy with my video, because, you know, I just put out there what I like. And if someone chooses to watch it, then that's on them, you know? So, and thank you so much for watching, by the way. But anyway, so no, I haven't really experienced this. I don't take anything personally, so even if I had backlash and things like that, unless it was like very, very big and important and would be, of course, like justified for something bad that I've done, I don't really take things personally, and I have very thick skin, so I don't think that's like an issue per se, and maybe some things have been offending, but I didn't necessarily realize. I don't know. And then when it comes to, I got some questions about traveling as well, and one of the questions was, what are you most looking forward to on your trip to Europe this fall? And I think this person is actually in Europe who asked me this question. So I'm looking forward to so many things because I haven't been in Europe in more than a year at this point, and I am so excited to go back, especially because October, November, it is the best time to visit Paris and London and Europe in general, as far as I'm concerned. Honestly, I'm just looking forward to catching up with everyone I know there. It's been a long time, and I have like very dear friends there that I'm very, very excited to see again. We always try to do our best to keep in touch, and I think we really do manage to do that, but it takes a lot of it's just so much better when you're seeing your friends in person. But I'm very much looking forward to the food, to going back to my favorite restaurants. I'm also very much looking forward to our little trip to the Cotswolds because I have never been there, and I know that in November it's gonna be really pretty, like full fall foliage and season and everything. And just honestly, being in Europe in that kind of more chill atmosphere, I always feel like when I go back, it's kind of a bubble of fresh air, and just being able to, you know, take a step back and really be able to breathe more than here. Yeah, I don't miss it, but I do miss that kind of slower pace. So I always try to enjoy this very much when I am there. So I think that's what I'm the most looking forward to. And if you weren't living in New York, where else would you live? I have no clue because New York is it for me. But I think, like in an ideal world, I would be splitting my time between Paris and New York, maybe even a little bit of London. For the one reason that I said before is that I love the pace in Europe. It's kind of, you can recharge there more than here. So I would not want to leave New York because I just love it so much, and I just love to speak English so much, and that it's challenging me every single day because I'm not used to it, even if it's been a few years. So ideally, I would say splitting my time, like 50% of the year in New York, 50% of the year in Paris. I think that would be ideal. And then some other like random questions that I thought I would answer. Coffee or tea? What are your favorite French dishes? My favorite dish in the world is frog's legs with cream. So cuisse de grenouille à la crème, which you cannot find everywhere in France. So it's very, very specific, and we used to have a restaurant that was doing them so well near my parents' place, but it doesn't exist anymore. So I don't really know what my favorite dish is anymore. I think quiche Lorraine probably, because this is from where I grew up, and just very serendipitous to me to eat that. So yeah, these are probably my two favorite French dishes. And coffee or tea? Both, always both. I drink both every single day. I could not choose. I literally can't choose. I think I would lean towards tea more because I drink coffee only for the taste. I absolutely see no difference. I can drink coffee whenever I want during the day. I literally can't see a difference in my productivity, in my energy. It doesn't affect me at all. I can drink that before bed or anytime. Yeah, both. Finally, I get a question like, how often do you work out? So I have a very specific schedule when it comes to working out, and it's also a girl schedule, which means it includes hair wash day. But basically I have a day 1, day 2 kind of schedule. So let's say Monday is day 1. So I will do on day 1, 15 minutes of yoga, and I will do 20 minutes of weightlifting for my arms. And then day 2 is gonna be Pilates. That's the day where I wash my hair because it's a bit more intense usually. So I do Pilates at home with the Pilates class. I will link it down below, but it's the best method ever. And actually this week I went for the very first time in 10 years, because the last time was when I was at the beginning of high school. So for the first time in 10 years, I went for a run around the reservoir in Central Park because I just wanted to move my body more, because I do move my body when I'm doing Pilates, but I wanted something like more cardio, obviously, which I do miss a little bit. So I think it was kind of that missing element, and I'm gonna try to incorporate this on hair wash day. I think I'm gonna do that twice during the work week. after work and try to like go back to the reservoir for a while and then try to do a bit more. I managed to do it without stopping, which I was very happy about because my time was probably the slowest of anyone running around the reservoir that day, but that's okay. But I actually enjoyed it so much, which I think is the most important thing. And I also, yeah, I didn't stop the whole loop basically, which for some people they probably do like 5 times that loop, but for me it was already very good because I hadn't run even for the bus in 10 years, so I was still very happy to have been able to do that. So if some of you do run or do that on a daily basis or a weekly basis, let me know if you have any tips because I am very curious. Everyone I have talked to about this said that it's crazy how you see yourself improving and actually quite quickly. So I'm very curious to like monitor that a little bit, and I want to keep doing that twice a week and see like by Christmas where I'm at and what I can do, and then in a year what I can do. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do the same night as I usually do Pilates. So I might still do like Pilates from time to time, or if it's really too hot outside or something like this, or if I don't have enough time on that specific night after work. So it's day 1, day 2 throughout the week, and then on the weekend I always go to a class. I'm going tonight to solid core at 5. I try to alternate in the neighborhood. I either do Wunderbar, I do Pure Bar, I do Solid Core. I think that's usually what I do. SLT also. I try to switch it up a little bit depending on what I'm in the mood for. The only thing that I tried several times, but it's Soul Cycle. I just can't get into it because it is just so loud and it just doesn't make me feel good at the end. I feel stressed after this instead of feeling good and restored. So that's not the kind of energy I'm looking for when I work out. So I think I'm just not gonna go anymore. But yeah, I do use ClassPass so I can switch things up a little bit. And yeah, that's usually what I do. So I do try to work out every day. When I do a class on the weekends, usually the day before and after, I don't necessarily work out, or I just go on a long walk like I did today. Like for example, tomorrow I'm not gonna do anything specific, maybe just a walk, and then picking back up on Monday. So yeah, that's about it. These are all the questions that I got for you today. Hopefully you learned some completely not useful things, but that's okay. But anyway, the plan for today, I was actually supposed to do this Q&A. Like I was like, oh, I'm actually gonna, you know, put on makeup and do something very nice. But you know what? No, it's Saturday. You're seeing me as I am on this Saturday today, because I am not getting ready today. I'm gonna get ready tomorrow because I have brunch tomorrow with friends. So today is my reset day and I'm just as is. Usually during the weekend I try to alternate and do like one day without getting ready at all, and then one day when I do get ready, have coffee, have brunch or something like this. So the plan for today is I want to show you how I make my almond butter or peanut butter. It's the same process, but some of you asked and it's super simple. I think I explained to you how I do it in the comments, but I just wanted to walk you through it. So I need to do that. I need to do my granola again because I ran out, and I also want to show you some packages that I got. I'm probably going to show you tomorrow and try on a few things tomorrow when I actually get ready for the day. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, before we go to the kitchen, I actually wanted to walk you through it's written on the package, a special delivery, because it's actually the very first time I received something from a brand without a warning first, and it is the best kind of delivery ever, because me and my mom growing up, we were the biggest fans of anything stationery, anything to do with the office and anything to do with just our like office space at home. And I remember it's very serendipitous because back when I was interning in the US in 2019, it was an unpaid internship. And it was honestly very, very hard because my parents were like struggling for me to be here. It was extremely expensive. And I remember that when I was about to leave, I just wanted to buy a beautiful card for my mom. And when I was in San Francisco, I bought her a few cards, like a box of cards, I believe, as a Christmas gift from Rifle Paper Co. And it was very expensive at the time. Like I considered it very expensive because I absolutely didn't have the budget to actually do that, but I wanted to bring like a nice gift. And you've seen Rifle Paper Co. in my videos before, but this week I received something I wasn't expecting from them, and it's with their entire, like, so many pieces from their new collection, which is about New York. And it just feels so full circle and so serendipitous. So I'm absolutely, like, I don't have to do this. I don't have to promote it on the vlog or anything, but I just wanted to share with you because I feel like these pieces make such also beautiful gifts if you're like living in New York and you're going somewhere and you want to gift a little piece of New York, but in a beautiful way without necessarily doing something like touristy or, you know, something that is a bit more thought about. I feel like that is just the perfect gift. And for me, it just, yeah, it was very full circle because it brought me back all those memories from a few years ago and when I was in such a different position. And it's also funny to see how things have evolved and worked out in the end. So I wanted to walk you through this like massive box with a lot of different pieces from the collection in it. And I've just peeked at it. I haven't looked at the entire thing because I wanted to do it with you. So yeah, we're gonna do that and I'm gonna show you what is in the box. All right, let's open this. So the first thing is a notebook about, like, well, the entire collection is about New York, so I'm not even gonna say this, but just a beautiful lined notebook. And okay, I'm gonna try to remove this. Probably gonna be everywhere. And then we have some stickers about like the Big Apple with taxis, the pretzels. Oh my God, I love it. So there's a notepad as well. So for anything like grocery shopping, that's just perfect. I actually use the other one with the flowers all around as my grocery shopping list always. Then we have a cute little pen with pretzels. What's on there? I think it's the Staten Island Ferry pizza, like anything New York. And we have the keychain. And then, well, that's exactly the cards that I had bought, like that kind of set of cards that I had bought to my mom when I was in San Francisco. And yeah, I just love it. These are gorgeous because they're very elevated. So it's New York, but it's with a twist. It's nothing touristy at all or expected. And it's very elegant. So I absolutely love this. Everything will be linked down below. Obviously, I will link the collection so you can have a look if you're interested in something or gifting this to someone. Honestly, can't recommend enough because this brand is just, absolutely love it so much. And then we have a tote bag. Oh my God, I love it. Oh, the little pigeon. And then we have the Met, the Bodega, Brooklyn Bridge. Oh my God, so cute. Here we have a mug that I'm gonna open right after. And I think, yeah, there's also a print that you can frame. Yeah, an art print that you can frame and add on the wall. I think like this, just such a beautiful souvenir to not have anything cliche when someone visits. And oh, just so pretty. This is all the information about the collection, and there is actually a code until October 31st. You have 20% off your purchase with the code Léana20. So I'll link everything down in the description box, but if you want to get anything, I mean, just so pretty. I love it. Oh, that's so serendipitous. And then we have the mug as well. I'm gonna try to open this. I think I might actually gift some of these to my mom because actually, my parents are visiting for Christmas this year. It's the very first time they're coming to visit me in New York. It's gonna be 3 years when they come. So I'm so excited to have them come here. We're gonna spend Christmas together. They're gonna stay at the apartment. And we have already quite a bunch of things planned, which I'm so excited about. And I think I might actually gift to my mom some of the pieces because she obviously loves New York, but she loves stationery. So I think I might actually keep some of the pieces for her. So I'm probably gonna keep like the mug, the art print, things like that, but maybe give to her like the cards or something because I feel like that would make her very happy. But she's gonna watch this vlog, so the surprise is definitely spoiled. So we'll see. But anyway, I'm gonna get started. We're gonna go to the kitchen. I'm gonna make the almond butter. Also need to get cracking on the granola. And what else did I need to show you? I need to show you something else, but anyway, let's do that. We'll circle back later. Okay, so the only thing you need, and it's the same for the peanut butter, so the process is exactly the same. For the peanuts, I actually used at the time the dry roasted peanuts unsalted, and it's the same here. So it's gonna be the almonds roasted and salted. We're just gonna add 4 cups in the Vitamix and just blend. So we're gonna use the variable 1 and then up all the way up to the highest speed for 1 minute. Actually, one of the things I need to use is the tamper, because we need just to press the almonds towards the blades, and it's the only thing we need to do. So I'll just film doing this without the sound because it's going to be very loud. So I'll just film how I do it. And yeah, you just put the 4 cups in there, variable 1, highest speed, 1 minute with the tamper, and that's it. Trying to film this correctly, but you can see that all the almond butter is just ready directly in the blender. It's always like very hard just to take everything off because obviously it's kind of a paste, but it's just so worth it because the peanut butter was absolutely excellent. So I'm very excited to try this. I actually don't have like an actual jar to put it in, so I'll just put the almond butter in a sealed kind of Tupperware. And I'm gonna eat it very quickly anyway, because it's the kind of preparation that you have to use within a week. So I'll definitely use it quite quickly. So I'll just put it in there, and it's probably gonna be even easier to put from here to here. Oh my God, I wish you could smell this and you could taste this, because it is absolutely delicious. It's still a little hot because obviously once it goes in into the machine, it gets hot to do the butter. But I'm gonna put this in the fridge and try again later with like some crackers or something, or just on some sourdough. But so good. I will never go back to buying almond or peanut butter at this point because it's just incomparable. And it's honestly so simple. As long as you have the machine, it just takes like a few seconds to do it. It's obviously, you saw that it's a bit tricky to take it off this thing. Thank God I'm gonna run like a cleaning cycle and now it's gonna wash itself. So that's good, but it takes a little bit of time to take it out of it. But honestly, it is just so worth it. This is excellent. Can't recommend enough. Just 2 packs of almond peanuts, or honestly, you can do anything else you want because you can do cashew as well. You can do like a mix. So yeah, absolutely 100% recommend you trying this. Okay, so I actually need to use the blender, which is drying at the moment, I want to make myself a smoothie for lunch with a piece of sourdough and probably just like a yogurt or something, because I want to eat quite early when I get back from solid core tonight. But in the meantime, I wanted to change my shower filter because we are using Jolie and we've used it for a bit more than 3 months. I think we installed it at the end of March, at the beginning of April. I remember talking about it in one of my super early vlogs. So not everyone might be aware of this, but we are using Jolie. I do feel a difference in terms of like the harshness of the water in New York. So that's been super helpful. And they actually gifted to me the first, like the shower head, and now we pay with Mary the subscription every 3 months, which is I believe $33 every 3 months. So that's really, like, for what it is and for what it does, I think that it's really worth it. So we're gonna change that together. I installed it the first time around, but I haven't changed it yet, so let's have a look. Okay, so we'll try changing this together. I have no idea how it's gonna work out, but let's have a look. So this is the shower head that we have right now, so we just need to remove it here and then change the filter inside. Yeah, so it comes with, I don't know if with the light it would be better. Let's do with the light. But you have the filter inside the shower head, so you don't have to remove like the main thing every time, but just the second part, which the first time around it was so hard to do it because I think it was just very, very tight. But we tried to not force it too much this time so we could actually remove the filter. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, and it just comes off like this. Yeah, and just putting in the new one like this, and that's it. So now I'll try to actually put it back, which is something else. And there we go. All good. Every time I try to do a smoothie, I actually use the book that the Vitamix comes with because they actually have something which is like design your own smoothie. I feel like it's so practical because I never know, like I see fantastic recipes online from people like, yeah, I add this and this and this, but last time it looked so bad. So I'm trying to make something that is actually gonna look good. And also I'm not used to it enough to just like judge what I should add or remove. So in here, they actually tell you to choose one liquid, like 1 cup of something, then choose 2 fruits and vegetable, and then choose 1 green. So I think I'm gonna do probably 1 cup of almond milk. I bought some almond milk for this, so 1 cup of almond milk, and then probably, yeah, I'm gonna do an apple, and then I have some frozen raspberries as well. So I'm gonna do apple, raspberry, and then choosing 1 green, so probably 2 cups of spinach. What else can I add in there? I don't even know. We'll try with that. We'll start with that, and then we'll see how it goes, but I need to dry this first. Okay, so there's actually an order to put this in with the ice at the end. So the first thing is to add the liquids in. So I'm gonna add the almond milk first. Second thing is to add the actual fruit, like non-frozen fruit. So I'm just gonna add the banana here. And then anything frozen is supposed to come last. So because most of the fruit and vegetables that I'm adding are frozen. So I'm just gonna add everything here now. I actually had an apple that turned almost bad, so I just froze it, and I thought I would just save it for the smoothies, which I think is a good idea to not waste or anything. I'm actually gonna add some chia seeds as well. I always use this for my salads at lunch, but why not? And then just a few ice cubes, and I think we're good. Well, the verdict is that it still looks terrible, but it's actually really good and even better than last time. So I need to work on the color. But other than that, still very good. It was kind of a process because I didn't add enough kind of like water and stuff, and the ice cubes are too big, the ones that I have. So I think they were talking more about like ice cubes in terms of super small ice cubes, which I don't have, unfortunately, because we don't have an ice maker. But anyway, managed to sort this out. So I'll do my granola now. And then that's enough time in the kitchen, and then we'll eat a little lunch. Let's tackle the granola. So usually I use walnuts. I use like 3/4 cup of walnuts, but I actually don't have them this time. So we'll do something else. And instead I'm gonna add some peanuts, and I'm gonna add some of the almonds that I used for the almond butter. I usually add almonds as well, like a mix of almond and walnuts, but this time we'll try peanuts. I have no idea if that's good, so I'll link below the recipe that I usually use if you want to try, which is my go-to recipe, but we'll try something different this time. So let's see how it works out. I actually don't usually use almond butter or peanut butter in my recipe, but I thought because I made some, which looks very, very good. It looks like ice cream. I thought I would add some to the recipe as well. This is the final batter. So I'm just gonna put this on a tray and then put it in the oven for 15 minutes together. And then I'm gonna break it a little bit and 15 more minutes. And I actually really like to add almonds directly to the granola mixture because that way I don't have to add almonds to my little like bowl with bananas and ciggies in the morning. It's already in there. So yeah, let's do it. I actually need to do some freelance work. I just realized that there are some stories I need to edit this afternoon. So I think I'm gonna do that. But before that, I actually just received something that I want to show you. It's not the first time I receive something from this brand, but I always love it so much. So I'm gonna show you that first, and then something I actually got for the bathroom as well. So I just received in the mail today the new replica fragrance, which is Afternoon Delight. They say it's warm vanilla Madeleine, and I just love their perfumes so much. They have such unique scents that are recognizable but don't become like overdone, which is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm actually finishing my perfume at the moment. I still have another one from Maison Margiela that I need to use, but this one I think for the beginning of fall, like warm vanilla, oh, that's gonna be so perfect. And it smells so good. It's very, well, warm and just very cozy. So it's Afternoon Delight, warm and sweet. Honestly, these images embody perfectly what I have in mind when I smell it. So yeah, it's just like super cozy for the fall. Yeah, it feels very Parisian. Love it. It's a tribute to those moments of joy and self-indulgence, capturing the essence of savoring a warm and sweet pastry in a Parisian cafe. Oh, there you go. Like it's just perfect. Everything I love, and for the fall, it's just gonna be perfect. So if you want to check it out, I'll also link it below. And it comes in such a beautiful box too. Like you can definitely reuse this. I love the knot to the Madeleine. Love it. You were in the bathroom with me before, so I'm taking you back here, and I actually need to change the little head of my toothbrush because you can see here that it's not good anymore. It just happened yesterday actually. But anyway, I finally bought the Marvis toothpaste, which I've been seeing everywhere, and I was like, I don't really know what the hype is all about with the $14 toothpaste. I actually used Yucca to scan it and see what it's like, and it's only 39 out of 100, so it's not the best. This one was very well ranked. That's why I bought it in the first place, the Dr. Bronner's one. The thing is that, I don't know, it's very dry. So the problem is that I don't know, like the feeling is not really good with this one, unfortunately, but I love this one. So I see what the hype is all about. It's maybe not the best one you can find, but I think I might still buy it from time to time. I feel like I'm just taking you everywhere in the apartment today, so I hope you're enjoying that little inside vlog today. We're gonna go out tomorrow and later today, but while you're here, I also wanted to talk to you about two books that I've read recently. You know, I'm actually a huge reader, and I do read every single night before going to bed. I just can't sleep without reading at least, like, I don't know, a chapter of a book. It doesn't have to be much, but I just like consistency, so I do read every single day. And so every day I do my 5-minute journal at night, like in the morning and at night. And then every night, now that I've finished it, I read it the first time, the Daily Stoic. And every night I read one page because it's something, you have like a little meditation every single day. So I read the Daily Stoic, like one page per night. And then I read something that is more like personal growth and things like that. And I feel like over the past few months, I've really learned a lot from the different reads that I've gone through. So I wanted to talk to you about the last book that I read that I absolutely adored. It makes me want to read more from him. The book is Build the Life You Want, that I bought back in Newport Beach. If you watched my Newport Beach vlog, you probably saw that I bought that there. And it's in partnership, like they co-wrote it with Oprah Winfrey. And it's all about happiness, basically. And it's such an uplifting book on how to find happiness in life. Like some tips and tricks on how to just create, well, it's in the title, honestly, like how to create the life that you actually want and making the right decision so you're just happy with the life that you're building. And I just saw myself so much in this book. There are some very useful tips and tricks, some very good quotes as well, which I highlighted and put in a notebook. So I love when books are like that and when I can actually, you know, really take something from them. So I would highly recommend. I will also link it. And I will link the Daily Stoic, which is another read that I highly recommend. I actually read it once altogether, like every day, but in one single read. But now I'm just reading it like one meditation per day, and I think I'll just keep doing that. Even if I finish it like for a year, I'll still just do that, I think, because you tend to forget the little meditations. So I think that's a very good addition. And then on another note, I actually got, maybe you saw that in my Hamptons vlog, I'm not sure. I always love to bring a book from a trip, actually. and I got the signed first edition from Kevin Kwan, and usually I don't buy proper physical books when it's fiction. I only buy like personal growth books and helpful book in actual like paper because usually I just use my Kindle and download the fiction books on my Kindle. But this one was a signed first edition that I found at Bookhampton in East Hampton a few months ago. So I decided to buy it, and oh my god, I had forgotten what a joy it is to just read on paper. Like, I just love my Kindle so much because I can read much more with that and just have it with me everywhere when I travel, things like that. But having a book in your hands is just the best feeling in the world, honestly. And it also makes me go to sleep faster at night to read on paper. But anyway, so I started this book as well, which I love. It's just all he's one of my favorite fiction authors. It's just it's light, but you still have a lot of insight. I can't even imagine the number of hours of research that he had to do for every single one of his books, because it goes in such detail for things that I have no idea about. Yeah, just love his book so much, and he is the author of Crazy Rich Asians, obviously. And yeah, now I'm gonna get started. I'm probably gonna start editing the vlog as well, have a little snack with my smoothie, and do some freelance work and start editing the vlog. I think I said that already. Okay, let's get started. Okay, I don't want to brag, but I think that this might be the best granola I have ever made, because I can just see from the consistency and the colors that it's gonna be absolutely excellent. The edges are a little burnt, which is exactly how I like it, and it's still very brown, like dark brown in the inside. I think this recipe might be my new favorite ones. I will try tomorrow morning and I will report back if this recipe is actually the best one. So yeah, very happy with the result. Okay, I'm ready to go to Solid Core. I thought I would actually take the subway to go there, but in the end, I think I might just walk and take the subway back because I have the time to do it, and I still have like issues with my feet. So that's why I was wondering if it would be a good idea to walk, but I think I'm still gonna do it. So it's actually very nice outside. So I think I'll just enjoy the walk there, and then yeah, I'm very excited to go to this workout actually because I haven't been to Solid Core in a while, so it's one of my favorites. Yeah, let's go. Morning everyone, happy Sunday. I just got ready, I did my makeup, and I just need to do my hair, get dressed because I am going for brunch this morning. We're going with Lindy and Kate to the Commerce Inn in the West Village, which is a place that I have never been to, but I heard some very good reviews, so I'm actually very excited to go. And I feel like it's really time to catch up, and I didn't have a lot of things to do this morning, so it always makes me, I'm always just so much happier to do these things and to actually see friends and take time to catch up properly when I don't have a lot of things to do on my end, like whether it's freelance work or just like admin bits and pieces. But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna get ready, but before I put on my outfit, I'm actually wearing the Abercrombie PJ set that I'll link again below because I have been living in this thing. So good. But anyway, yeah, before I get ready, I just wanted to show you a couple new pieces that I received. I got one pair of pants from Cezanne that I had to alter. I just want to preface it because they're very long, and I'm 5'3", and I had to remove like, I don't even know, but so much, like at least this, but they are so good. So I'm gonna try these on, and I also want to show you like the new, that's the sweater I was talking about yesterday, like the new Polo Ralph Lauren sweater. It's my very first Polo Ralph Lauren sweaters. I'm so excited. So I took like a tan color for fall, and I'm gonna try it on. I actually haven't tried it on yet, so I think it's gonna fit, but I want to show you what it looks like. I'm gonna try it on with the Cezanne pants, and I'm also gonna try it on with the jeans that I'm gonna wear today, so you can see two different styles. I also, in my last video, I told you about a sleeveless turtleneck from Abercrombie in that color, and I actually bought the gray one because I received a voucher from Abercrombie because I have been buying so much from them. But I actually received a voucher for like $10 off, and it was already on sale, so I got this for like $40. It's a mix of merino wool and other materials, but it's very warm, and I know I'm gonna wear this all the time in the fall and winter months. So very good basics, but I'm gonna try on the sweater, then show you in the mirror what it looks like so you can have a look. Okay, one thing for sure is that this sweater is super warm because I have the AC on and I'm still like super warm, so I can't wait to take it off. But anyway, this is the sweater. So it's this beautiful tan color. I'm sorry, the light is so bad in here because it's pouring rain outside and the light in the apartment is like as if it was 8 p.m. so apologies. But yeah, I paired it with the new Cezanne pants that I'm going to show you in the mirror in a second, and then just like another camel bag to match the belt. Yeah, I feel like for fall this is just perfect. Let me show you. Okay, so from what you can see with this light, this is what I paired it with. So the Cezanne pants that I had to hem a lot. So for reference, I'm 5'3", but yeah, I had to get them hemmed quite a lot. But anyway, so yeah, just camel details. That's my kind of favorite fall outfit, honestly. And the pants exist in an array of different colors as well. So if you are not looking for the white ones, but something in a similar shade, but just a different color, then definitely have a look because they have quite a large selection. Okay, so this is the option with the jeans. These are just regular 501s or 50190s, I believe. But I actually prefer this option. I feel like it's more casual. Obviously, it's not the same kind of purpose. The other one is more like for the office, but really love this outfit for fall. Okay, back in a shirt because it is just so humid, so hot, so disgusting. But anyway, so that's what I'm gonna be wearing today, and I'm actually gonna wear my Loewe bag with this to tie it in for like more of a summer feel and not yet fall inspiration. So I'm just gonna wear that with the jeans. I'm gonna show you what it looks like so that I don't forget before I go. But it's still early, so I think I'm gonna edit the vlog a little bit this morning for like an hour, and then I'm gonna leave around 11:15 or something like this because it's in the West Village and we have a reservation at 12. So yeah, I'm just very excited to do something like this on a Sunday. Usually Sundays I don't do a lot. I just do like go to a class or something. So yeah, just very exciting to catch up. Let me show you the outfit. So this is today's outfit with the shirt and then the same jeans, just my Loewe bag and mango heels. I'll try to link everything. I'm not sure the heels are still available, but I will definitely link the rest. I have to say that for the Polo Ralph Lauren, like the 2 pieces that I have on today, for the sweater, I bought a small one. I usually take excess for every piece that I buy, top, bottom, whatever it is, but I took small because it looked very small and extra small. But I probably could have even sized up in a medium, honestly. I actually realized that this shirt, I bought it in France, so I don't know if there's kind of a difference in terms of sizing, but this shirt I bought it in medium and it fits like a little loose but not too much, honestly. So yeah, I think they definitely run small, but if you've bought from the brand before, I guess you're already aware. But just a disclaimer that if you're interested in buying one of their pieces, I would definitely size up at least 1 size. 2 if you're looking for more of a like oversized look. Afternoon, everyone. I'm back from brunch and our little stroll in the West Village, which was very nice. We had such a great brunch, honestly. The Commerce Inn 10 out of 10. The pancakes were so good. Actually, some of the best pancakes I've ever had, I think. So yeah, I took the breakfast pancakes, so with like sunny side up eggs and bacon, and it was so good, honestly. So I think I would definitely recommend you checking it out if you're in New York or if you're looking for a new spot. It's in the West Village on Commerce Street, hence the name. But yeah, we had such a good time catching up, and then we went for a little stroll around the West Village, like Perry Street, Charles Street, took a few pictures, and yeah, I'm now ready to edit the vlog. I'm also going to prepare my lunch for tomorrow and vacuum. It's like Groundhog Day every single week, basically. But anyway, so I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna close the vlog here. So I hope you enjoyed. I think it's gonna be very long, so hopefully you don't mind. But yeah, let me know if there's anything that you want to see in the future, or if you like this. It was a bit more casual than usual, did nothing specific, but I thought I would just, you know, show you some things in the apartment. But yeah, I'll close the vlog here, and I will talk to you next week.